بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على إمام المرسلين رسول الله قال تبارك وتعالى وأنزلنا إليك الذكر لتبين للناس ما نزل إليهم ولعلهم يتفكرون. الحمد لله ما زلنا مع سورة البقرة. سورة البقرة is divided into so many durus, so many lessons. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala starts with the lesson number 1 by categorizing the people of Al-Madinah and the people in general. The Taweeh which the Prophet ﷺ founded in Medina. There were 3 categories of people found in Medina, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala categorizes them in the beginning of the surah. The first group are Al-Muttaqun, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gives the description of Al-Muttaqun by saying that those who have piety are those who believe in the unseen. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَالْغَيْبُ غَيْبَانُ غَيْبٌ غَابَ عَنْكَ وَغَيْبٌ غِبْتَ عَنْهُ. And there are 2 categories of unseen. The unseen, that which is not here, because of that you don't see them, because of that you don't see it, such as Jannah and Nar and cities that are not around you. These are the unseen that are not here, that's why you don't see them. And there is an unseen that you don't see because you are still here or you still not here. That is Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, وَمَا كُنَّا غَائِبٍ. He is here. He is the unseen, that He is hadir, subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only thing that is hidden, that hides us from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is ourselves, is our presence, is our ego. So, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. The first and the most important part of being al-muttaqi, or a pious person, is to have iman bil-ghayb. And those who establish prayer, he did not say those who pray, but those who establish prayer, meaning who do pray on time and who do pray in the jama'ah and who do complete the khushu' and the ruku' and the sujood in the prayer. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And those who spend from that which Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gives them. Which means if the rizq is for someone else and you take the rizq of someone else and you spend it, this spending or this sadaqah is not accepted. It's not even called sadaqah. It is from that which Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gives you, from that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala provides you. It's from the wealth that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala grants you. And here Allah is telling us, He's reminding us that the wealth which we have in our hands, it is not for us, it is for Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And then one of the descriptions of those who have taqwa are to believe in that which was revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to also believe in that which was revealed to the previous prophets. Which means if you believe in all the prophets but one, you are a kafir. If you believe in Rasulullah and you don't believe in the previous ones, you still not a believer according to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. That's why He says, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. And those who have certainty in Akhirah, which is the most important part, or one of the most important parts. That's why He used the yaqeen here, not only iman, certainty. So for those who are looking for guidance and success, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَىٰ هُدًى مِّن رَبِّهِمْ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. So these are the first people, meaning, or this is the first group which Rasulullah found in Medina. And the second group are the disbelievers, such as people who were in Mecca and the disbelievers who were in Medina, whether they are Yahud or just disbelievers. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ أَأَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. These disbelievers, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says that they will not believe, whether the Prophet ﷺ wants them or they are not wanted by Rasulullah ﷺ. It is equal to them, on them, for them, but it's not equal for us as a da'i. It is not equal for Rasulullah ﷺ as a nadhir, because Allah didn't say sawa'un alayka, He said sawa'un alayhim. And the disbelievers said responding to one of the prophets of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, Sayyidina Hud, سواء علينا أوعظت أم لم تكن من الواعظين. Here Allah says, سواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. And this very thing will repeat on the day of judgment. When Allah Ta'ala punishes the disbelievers, they will say, let us cry to Allah Ta'ala, because the mu'minun, they used to cry in dunya. Allah Ta'ala have mercy on them. They cry for 1,000 or more years, and Allah does not care. They would say, let us be patient then. And they show patience for more than 1,000 years. Allah Ta'ala did not do anything. And they would say, سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْنَا أَجَزِعْنَا أَمْ صَبَرْنَا مَا لَنَا مِنْ مَحِيصٍ. It is equal for us, whether we are patient or we are not. Allah Ta'ala does not care. And Allah says, فَاصْبِرُوا أَوْ لَا تَصْبِرُوا سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْكُمْ إِنَّمَا تُجْزَوْنَ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. So this is the situation of the second group. The situation of the third group, which is the most complicated situation, the situation of the munafiqun. The munafiqun are those who show iman while they hide disbelief in themselves. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله. They try to deceive Allah تبارك وتعالى الذين آمنوا وما يخادعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. But the result and the harm of their deceit will just go back to them, because they cannot harm Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, and they are the one who will be punished by being exposed on this world, in this world, and by being punished by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in Yawm al-Qiyamah. And there are descriptions and awsaf which Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala shows in the Quran that are the awsaf of al-munafiqun. One of those are they are liars. So, in a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet said, ayatul munafiqi thalatha, idha hadatha kadhaba, idha wa'ada akhlafa, idha tumina khan. There are three attributes of munafiq. When they speak, they lie. Idha wa'ada akhlafa, when they promise, they break. Idha tumina khan, when they are trusted, they will betray. And here Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, bima kanu yakdhibun or bima kanu yukadhibun. Both citations are correct. Yukadhibun meaning when they disbelieve in the message of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Yakdhibun when they lie by saying they have iman. Allah says they are trying to deceive people. They are trying to show they are good, but they are only showing how full they are, but they don't see it. They don't feel it. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. They don't feel it, because the basira which will lead to this feeling is lost. خَتَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ, as Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala did with the kuffar. This category of people, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, you see them when the Quran speaks something that goes for their interest, they show belief. But when this goes against them, then they go back to where they were. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون صم بكم عمي وهم لا يرجعون أو كالصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حضر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين. All these examples Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is giving regarding the munafiqun. When Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala finishes by categorizing the people, now He is calling all of us to the very purpose because of which He created us. يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. The very purpose of our being in this dunya, in this life, is to worship Allah. وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. Allah, who is Allah, he's describing himself, and he describes also this dunya and this world and everything that is around us, and he tells us that he created everything for us. So, but he created us for him subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning everything in this world is serving humanity, and humanity has to serve Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. And Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala is showing here those who disbelieve and those who doubted about the message of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He defies them here. وَإِن كُنتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِثْلِهِ. If you are in doubt of this message of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if you think it is from him, you speak Arabic like him. You're all Arabs. You speak good Arabic. You're eloquent. So bring a surah such as just like the Quran, one of the surahs of the Quran, with the balagha, with the fasaha, with the i'jaz, with the i'lam bil ghaib, all these
contents in the Quran, just bring one surah. Allah defines them first in Surah Al-Isra. قُلْ إِنِ شَمَعَتِ الْإِنسُ وَالْجِنُّ عَلَىٰ أَن يَأْتُوا بِمِثْلِ هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ لَا يَأْتُونَ بِمِثْلِهِ وَلَوْ كَانَ بَعْضُهُمْ لِبَعْضٍ ظَهِيرًا. In Surah Al-Isra, He defies the entire humanity and jinns to bring a book like the Quran. And He says they can. In Surah Hud, He asked them to bring only 10 surahs. قل فاتوا بعشر سور مثله فاتوا بعشر سور مثله مفتريات وادعوا من استطعتم من دون الله. In Surah Yunus, one surah. In Surah Al-Baqarah, one surah or something like a surah. And He defies them. One of our shuyukh used to say that this is the thing that displeases Quraysh or the kuffar most. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَنْ تَفْعَلُوا. If you cannot bring a surah like Quran, and never you will be able to bring a surah like Quran. And this is valid until today. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَنْ تَفْعَلُوا فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ أُعِدَّتْ لِلْكَافِرِينَ. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He defies the entire humanity, but He also wants all of us. Because He says here in this dunya, when we need fire, we just have firewood and then we get fire. But on Yawm al-Qiyamah, the firewood of the fire of Yawm al-Qiyamah is what? Is an-nas, the disbelievers. And al-hijara, and the mountains. The fire of the mountains may be the asnam, the idols that the disbelievers. This is the fire of Yawm al-Qiyamah. اتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين. And Quran is wa'd and wa'id. Whenever there is wa'id, right after it there is wa'd. وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ أَنَّ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ. The fact that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala make plural of Jannat, it shows us that there are different Jannat, different paradise. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says that there are some of the ibad of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in Jannah. Some of the people of Jannah will see them as we see the kawakib, as we see the stars, And people say, maybe these are the Anbiya. He said, no, these are just people from among the servants of Allah who believed in the messengers of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to make us among those people. And right after that, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala tells us the first qissa in the Quran. The first qissa in the Quran after because when He gives examples, some of the disbelievers and the Yahud, they say, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, how great He is. He does not need to give examples like dhubab, examples like ba'uda. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, Inna Allah la yastahi an yadriba mathalan ma ba'uda vama fawqaha. That means there is no small creature to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. He uses all the creatures because in all the creatures of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala there are wisdoms. Inna Allah la yastahi an yadriba mathalan ma ba'uda vama fawqaha. And fawq huna min asma'il addad. Whether it is ba'ud or something bigger or small, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gives examples. And when Allah gives examples, some will believe and some will increase in their strength. يُضِلُّ اللَّهُ بِهِ كَثِيرًا وَيَهْدِي بِهِ كَثِيرًا. When Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says He misguides some by these examples and He will guide some by these examples, one can say, so the misguidance is not from them. Of course, the misguidance is from them. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala shows the path to all of us. That's what we call Hidayat al-Dilala. Hidayat al-Dilala is for everybody. But Hidayat al-Tawfiq is for those who accept. If Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala shows the path, those who reject the path, فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا أَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُم. Because they rejected Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, misguided them. But those who accept Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will guide them. هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. So Quran is هُدًى لِلنَّاسِ. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس. It is guidance for all humanity من حيث الدلالة. But it is guidance for the believers من حيث التوفيق. من حيث هداية التوفيق. That's why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala هدى للمتقين. It's guidance for the pious. Here He says it's a guidance for humanity. It's guidance for mankind من حيث الدلالة. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala shows us all the path. If you accept then the hidayah that will put you and make you stay on the right path, that is called Hidayah to Tawfiq. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala both guidances. And inshallah tomorrow we'll talk about the first qissa and some of the wisdoms about it, the qissa of Sayyidina Adam and the Malaika and Iblis alayhi al-anatullahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. نسأل الله تبارك وتعالى لنا ولكم فهم القرآن والعمل به واجعلنا يا رب من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. صلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وأقيموا الصلاة.